Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to Life and Beyond. Have you ever felt this in your life? Life is so boring. There is nothing exciting. Not one thing is going the right direction. How many of us can say life is okay without a but if at the end? Fast forward 5 years from now, most of the things that are happening today, we believe that it is so trivial that we are not going to remember them at that point of time. But as far as today is concerned, these are the things that can make our life a hell lot awful. Why does this happen? There are two main reasons. The first and the foremost is that always negative tends to overshadow the positive. Even if there are a lot of positive things happening around us, we tend to fret about that one negative thing in our life. Imagine that we have a bowl of 25 sweetest strawberries in the world, and we saw one little cockroach on the top of that. Do you think our attention will go to that 25 strawberries? Or do you think we are going to fret about that one little cockroach? That is the power that one little negative thing has on us. Now imagine an exact opposite scenario where we have a bowl of 25 cockroaches and one very beautiful strawberry on the top. That one beautiful strawberry, that is a positive thing, but it doesn't have any effect over that 25 cockroaches. Always, if there is a negative, it tends to overshadow a lot of positives in and around us. The second reason is that it's very easy to feel awful seeing another person, thinking how wonderful that person is, how wonderful his or her life is, while exactly at the very same point of time, that person will be thinking the very same thing about you and your life. Now, what is the problem? Where is the problem? Is it the problem with our outside, or is there a smallest possibility that there is a problem within us? How are we to find out? A very practical solution would be to try changing our perspective and seeing if the world gets better. If it does get better, then might be it was a problem within ourselves. And if it still doesn't get better, then we can proudly blame all the things on our environment. And a short way to change our perspective would be to develop this extremely important and very simple and beautiful habit of gratitude. James Allen once said, "There is nothing more urgent than giving thanks. It's not just the whims and fancies of the wise, but there are actual research papers which shows that having the habit of gratitude makes us at least 18% more happier than the people who do not have this habit of gratitude." If it was this beneficial and this beautiful, then why is it that we are not grateful? Human beings tend to not be grateful because of so many reasons. The most important of them is when we feel genuinely grateful towards one another person, it's actually we are feeling a sort of being indebted, vulnerable, and out of control. All of us want to be the masters of our life. We don't want to give the key to someone else. So by expressing our gratitude towards others, we feel ourselves being so vulnerable. And another reason why we can't feel that grateful is that we feel that we deserve everything. Whatever good happens in the world, we deserve it all. Now let me tell you an example. You are drowning and one person came and rescued you. You will feel all the gratitude in the world for that person, right? Now imagine for a moment that the person who saved you was actually the lifeguard. What would you feel for that person? The first thought that pops up in your mind would be, where were you? Why weren't you 5 minutes earlier? Why are you not doing your job properly? The gratitude that you feel for that lifeguard will not be as much as the gratitude you feel for a stranger. You feel that you deserve it from the lifeguard. And the other reasons why we cannot feel grateful are that being grateful, we feel like it means we have to put up with everything. For all the bad things happening in the life, we have to put up with them and be grateful. And feeling grateful, we feel that that will be the end. We won't strive for more happiness, more success, more better pursuits if we feel gratitude towards what we already have. But let me tell you, if you can, for a little bit of time, sideline all these reasons and with an open mind start to practice the attitude of gratitude, believe me, your life is going to change 180 degrees in the opposite direction. If it is so beneficial, why can't we give it a try? Let's see for ourselves what change it brings. So, how to practice gratitude? There are a lot of methods whereby you can practice gratitude, and the simplest of them is to have a gratitude journal. Yes, a gratitude journal is a book where you on a daily basis write down things that you are grateful for. The catch here is that you don't have to have good events in your life to be grateful for. You can be grateful for anything and everything in your life. But if at the start you are feeling so overwhelmed, you are feeling so broke or vulnerable, it's not easy for you to just sit, close your eyes and say that I am so thankful that I have a healthy body. So at the start, you will need to create some small things in your life whereby you can feel grateful. It need not be big or costly things. It can be treating yourself with some good food, or spending some time for yourself, or spending some time with your loved ones. Anything that can make you feel genuinely grateful and happy inside, you can jot it down there. And in the long run, believe me, you will start looking for positive, and you will indeed start finding the positive things in your life. And at the end of the road, everything you will see, you will have a little bit of positive aspect for that. The second way to express our gratitude is to reframe our thoughts and our emotions. There are two types of situations in our life. Some situations you have a say on it, you have a control about that situation. There are yet another type of situations where you are totally at loss. There is nothing you can do about it. These are the situations where gratitude have a very important role. If there is something that you can do about it, then there is no use or no point in just sitting simply and saying that I am grateful that I have this situation. Go do something about it. But if it was a situation where you don't have any say, if you are in a traffic jam or if it's a bad weather, you can't do anything about it, then it's always better to reframe your thoughts and go with a warm heart or a warm smile and face that situation. That in the long run will change your perspective about the things that you don't have a control on, and it will make you remain happy whatever the situation is, and that will lead to a very happier and fulfilling life in the long run. The third and the most important of the step is to say thank you to the ones to whom you take for granted. Studies and common sense tells us that we are so free in expressing our feelings, be it thank you, sorry, or please, to the strangers, but always we are very careful to express these feelings to the ones to whom we are very close with. If a waiter in the restaurant serves us good food with a very big smile, we give plenty of gratitude, express plenty of gratitude to that person. But imagine for 1 second that if your spouse was doing the very same thing to you, would you even nod? Or would you go and say thank you? No, you feel you deserve it, right? But don't you think that your close ones deserve your feelings and the expression of them better than the strangers? It's not that you don't have to express your feelings to strangers, but if you are expressing your feelings, express that first to those who are close to your heart and then to the strangers. The next point in expressing gratitude is to hit the pause button every now and then. Sometimes we feel very overwhelmed in our life and in our days that we don't know what's happening. We are just running frantically, we don't know where to. At such moments, just hit the pause button, just take a break and just reframe your thoughts. If you can find at least a very small reason to change your perspective, to be happy, to be grateful, then there is a ray of hope in front of you, and that will totally change your environment, which will make the end of your day better, and it will lead to a whole different sort of prospectus for you in the outside. Before going to the next point, let me tell you a story. A boy once wanted to buy his mother a surprise gift for birthday. He went to a cake shop and saw a beautiful cake in the shop. When he counted the money, there was not enough. He was so lost, he started crying. A stranger, on seeing this, asked the situation. The boy told him the whole story. The stranger graciously paid the full amount of the cake. The boy was so happy, took the cake and started to leave. He suddenly remembered and turned back. He went to the stranger and said, "Dear sir, give me your address. I'll pay you back when I can." And the stranger told the most beautiful thing one can ever say. He said, "Don't pay it back, son. If you can, pay it forward." Always try to pay it forward. If you feel gratitude to another person and you express it, it is high likely that that person will express gratitude to yet another person, and it's the start of a chain reaction. So you expressing thank you to one person literally brings smile on the lives of many persons. And also, if you receive gratitude from another person, make sure that you pay it forward. You give that opportunity to feel grateful for to another person also. So, why don't we start a journey towards gratitude from today onwards? Let's just try it for 1 month and see what change it will bring on our life and on the lives of those surrounding us. Always remember, we have control only on ourselves and our emotions. We only think that we have control over others. Always choose your feelings and emotions right.